The teaching legacy of the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur began with the belief that education is critical in the struggle of those made poor. Taking a leap of faith and expanding on that original vision, our sisters founded Notre Dame Mission Volunteers in 1992. Then, in 1994, they established a partnership with AmeriCorps, working in communities where they are needed most. The 1 or 2 years of employment of the mission volunteer members is a snapshot of what sisters have dedicated their lives to. Fast forward into the 21st century, our sisters continue to change lives, not only for those in the most abandoned places, but also for the Notre Dame Mission Volunteer members who are seeking to do good in the world.
People are drawn to Notre Dame Mission Volunteers for several reasons. One big one that I think of often is to be a part of something bigger than themselves. People want to contribute to something that's creative and productive and can change the world. This is the brilliance of the Sisters of Notre Dame. I could say that without a doubt that they were ahead of the curve, thinking about how their mission was going to be continued well into the future. Notre Dame Mission Volunteers has been one of the longest funded programs by AmeriCorps since 1995, which was the second year of AmeriCorps. And some people like to say that we're the largest faith-based program. So the Sisters of Notre Dame are the only women's congregation that is also being funded by AmeriCorps. And that really is brilliant. I mean, I can't say it enough. It was strategic. We were looked at by AmeriCorps as one of their strongest partners. It's a collaboration that's just meant to grow. The two main pieces that they emphasized to people was they wanted to make sure that the people that were doing the work on the ground, working with the community, were the folks who knew the community the best. And Notre Dame Mission Volunteers, being an extension of the Sisters of Notre Dame, we know the community best. And then the other piece that AmeriCorps was very clear about, that education was always going to be a priority.
Notre Dame AmeriCorps members serve in a variety of positions on farms, in courthouses and schools, and in many other places. In their roles, members learn how strong they are and who they are called to be.
I wouldn't be able to fit into like a classroom setting or teach the language classes that a lot of our members do as well. But when I found Teagan Farm, it kind of clicked into place that Notre Dame isn't just about education as far as like a classroom setting or typical learning goes. It's also education in learning how to be a citizen of the world.
I was extremely lucky to be able to do this program. I was lucky that I graduated from college in a recession where if the jobs were plentiful, I might have just gotten a business job and never thought about the meaning for public service in my life. I was lucky that I stumbled across the position when I was just looking for a job that I can find. And I was lucky that I worked in an organization, IJPC, that really helped me grow my desire for public service and fighting for the underdog. And Notre Dame Mission Volunteers and IJPC really taught me that. It provides people with an opportunity to directly impact their community in a positive way, but it does a lot more than that. It helps them develop a desire and need for public service, whether that be in their professional life or something they do in addition to the professional life. It extends the desire for public service well beyond the term of Notre Dame Mission Volunteers. It certainly has for me.
It was very impactful for several reasons. First of all, it changed my whole career path. Before going into AmeriCorps, viewed politics as the most impactful way to change society for the better, to serve people in need, really to help lead our society to a better future. I still believe politics are impactful, and that's why I serve as mayor, but working with children and seeing the work that the Sisters of Notre Dame have done, it's one of the most important aspects of service that I learned from the Sisters of Notre Dame. You have to be part of the community in order for it to be genuine. I was just amazed at how strong these women were, working in impoverished communities and really making life better for everyone they touched.
It was terrific here for what it's done for the people. And I run into people that say they did AmeriCorps and they're just so happy. And some of people have grown up, some of them have prepared themselves to go into other work.
Everyone is seeking something. So with Notre Dame spirituality being so open, it gives really people an opportunity to enter in and develop their own language for their spirituality, for their faith. Our youngest volunteer is 18 and our oldest person serving in our program is 81. I think the Notre Dame Mission Volunteer Program, growing from 6 to over 400 volunteers, is way beyond anybody's wildest dreams, and including the sisters. They had hopes, but it actually became more than anybody could have dreamed. So I think what they see it as is their continuation of working with people who've been made poor.